Hello, it's week 8 of season 6 of the Andy Griffith Show. This week's episode title is The Tailors in Hollywood. Barney, what's going on this week?
The airplane with Andy and Ultie and Aunt Dee on it lands in Los Angeles, and then they take a bus into the city. And on the bus, they meet an off-duty bus driver who used to live around Mayberry. And they tell him why they're here. The magazine article about Andy, called Sheriff Without a Gun, the movie based on that, and the money that they got by selling the rights to the magazine article. And he points out some sights to the three of them as they ride along. And then since he knows the bus driver, and after a while the tailors are the only ones on the bus anyway, he tells the driver to drive up Beverly Drive so they can see some movie stars' homes.
And then they stop in front of Cesar Romero's house, and Opie gets out and gets on his lawn and picks up his newspaper and stands there so Aunt Bee can take a picture of him holding Cesar Romero's newspaper. And then the housekeeper comes out and says, "Would y'all please get off the grass?"
And then they go to their hotel room. It's real fancy. And Andy even takes a picture of Aunt Dee and Ultie and the bellboy in their room when they first get there. And Aunt Dee thinks Andy should call Belmont Pictures to thank them for the money and to tell them that they're in town. And he tries to, but he gets the runaround on the phone, so he just leaves a message of who he is and of where he can be reached. And then he and Ultie go swimming in the hotel pool.
And then the director of the movie, Sheriff Without a Gun, returns the message and talks to Aunt Bee while Andy and Opie are in the pool. And he invites them over to the studio to watch the shooting of the movie.
And they go down and see the backdrop for Mayberry. And Aunt Dee says Mayberry looks cleaner than that. And then they meet the director and the actor who's going to play Andy. And later Aunt Dee says that actor don't look like Andy. And Ultie says the set of the sheriff's office they're using don't look like the sheriff's office either. And Aunt Dee says she hopes they don't make Mayberry folk look silly. So they watch a scene of an attempted jailbreak that Andy stops by fighting off the criminals barehanded and not using a gun. And Andy and Ultie like it, but Aunt Dee don't like it.
Yeah, she says it makes Andy look like a roughneck. It doesn't show any of the good, positive, calm, friendly things that Aunt Bee does as sheriff in town on a day-to-day basis. And she wants Andy to talk to the director about this and complain, and he reluctantly says, "Okay, I'll talk to him tomorrow."
But before he can do that, they see another scene. This time where Aunt Dee is portrayed as pretty and young and courageous, and where she's shooting a gun through a window to run off criminals. And now Aunt Dee likes it. And Andy thinks it's silly, but since she's happy, he lets it go. And he never does complain to the director. And that night Andy wants to go out on the town, but Aunt Dee and Ultie want to stay in and watch TV. So he agrees to that, because it's more important to him that his family is happy.
We'll see you next week for episode 9, which will be a continuation of the Hollywood story. Thanks for watching.